So we'll do a few problems so that it will become easier for you. Okay, so transform the following into phasors. You can pause the video and you can first do it before seeing the solution. So the first question is V1 is equal to 6 cos 50t minus 40 degrees. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. V1 bar, remember here you're using the capital letter and the bar. So V1 bar is equal to the magnitude 6 angle minus 40 degrees, or this is in terms of the maximum value. In terms of RMS value, you can write as 6 by root 2 angle minus 40 degrees. Now the second question, here it is negative magnitude, minus 4 sine 30t plus 50. Okay, so now how to turn this negative magnitude into positive magnitude? Okay, so we know that minus sine theta. Okay, so theta we can take as this entire thing. Okay, when will you get minus sine theta? This you can get if it is cos 90 plus theta. Okay, why is that the case? Whenever there is 90 here, then this cos you can turn it into sine, and you have to for the sign whether it is positive or negative, you have to see here in first quadrant all of the functions will be positive. Here only sine functions are positive, here only tan functions, and here cos functions. So now 90 plus theta, 90 plus some angle theta is here, second quadrant. Here is cos positive or negative? It is negative. Only sine is positive here. So this will become negative. So that's why minus sine theta. Okay. So now what we do is from here minus sine 4 sine 30t plus 50 you can write as 4 cos 90 plus theta. So here theta is 30t plus 50. So what are you going to get here? 4 cos 30t plus 140 degrees. Okay. So now you can represent in terms of the phasor. What is phasor? V2 bar, capital V2 bar is equal to 4 angle 140 degrees or 4 by root 2 angle 140 degrees. The next question we have, find V1 of t plus V2 of t, where V1 of t is given, V2 of t is given. Okay. So if you do this in the sinusoidal form directly, it will become difficult. So we will first convert into phasor and then we will do the phasor addition. So you can write down the steps here. Convert into phasor. Second is vector addition. You can apply the laws of vector addition. And then you convert back into the sinusoid form. Okay. So that is what is the required procedure. So if you go ahead with the first step, V1 bar is equal to 4 angle 30 degrees. Okay. Now V2 you can see that this is in sine. So now we have to convert it into cos. So V2 of t we can take this as step 1. V2 of t is 5 sine omega t minus 20. You want to convert it into cos. Okay. So sine theta you can write as cos theta minus 90 degrees. Okay. So we are not writing as 90 minus theta because we don't want to use negative sign in front of theta. If we use negative sign, omega t will become negative. We don't want that. We want this to be in omega t plus some phasor form. Okay. So anyways, cos 90 minus theta or cos theta minus 90 is going to be the same thing when you are using cos, because cos minus theta is cos theta. Okay. So here you can write as 5 cos omega t minus 20 is theta here minus 90 degrees. Okay. So now what will be the phasor? V2 bar is equal to 5 angle minus 110 degrees. Now how will you add both of this? Therefore V1 bar plus V2 bar is equal to 4 angle 30 degrees plus 5 angle minus 110 degrees. Okay. So this will be what? Magnitude form into the rectangular form. You will write as 4 cos 30 plus j sin 30 plus 5 cos minus 110 plus j sine minus 110 degrees. Here we are doing step 2, okay, the vector addition. You will now add the real parts. So the real part, if you add, you're going to get 1.754 plus j times, j you can take out common, you can add the imaginary parts, and you're going to get minus 2.69, okay. So this is in terms of the rectangular form. But once we want it in the sinusoid, we need in the magnitude and phase form. So this you're going to get 3.218 angle minus 56.89 degrees. How do you get that? Root over 1.754 square plus 2.69 square will be the magnitude, which we got as 3.218, and the phase is tan inverse minus 2.69 divided by 1.754. This is minus 56.89 degrees. Okay. So here we have negative. So here you also will get negative sign. Then what is the final step? You have to obtain the sinusoid form back. So V1 of t plus V2 of t is now equal to 3.218. Now we have represented both the functions in terms of which function? In terms of cos function. So we have to use cos only, not sine. Okay. So 3.218 cos, what will be the frequency? Omega t minus 56.89 degrees.